I'm all the Jedi.
No, you're absolutely not.
What's going on, folks? Another video back at it again today, and today we're going to be start doing guides for your Galactic Legends. Especially for those newcomers, especially for those that have whaled or bought a lot of Lightspeed bundles and don't really know how to utilize your rosters to get maybe a certain GL or, you know, a GL that you need or a certain GL that you want. It doesn't really matter, just GLs in specific because, you know, there's been a bunch of Lightspeed bundles that have been GL focused, like Ray, Kylo, Jabba has his own GL Lightspeed bundle. Lord Vader's the most recent GL that got a Lightspeed bundle too, especially with the Bad Batch bundle. But yeah, today's focus is just going to be on specific Rey and Rey alone.
You carry a lightsaber, but we do not grant you the rank of Jedi.
What?
And now I'm going to show you different team comps that you can be using her all around in Grand Arena, even in TW, or maybe if you want to use her offensively to get the most use out of her there. She's really a defensive GL, not really offense, but we can work around and I'll show you some ways. I'll also show you how to mod her, how I modded my own Rey. And yeah, so like I said, today's just Rey focused alone. And let's get right into it because this is going to be an interesting video, especially with the team comps that I'm going to be showing you. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Take a seat, young wannabe Skywalker. Sir.
Alright folks, so we're in the game, and what I want to show you first is the mods for Rey. Now, let's go to Rey, and as you can see here, maybe you can't really see, but just based off her GP and her power level, or I could just go back here easily. My Rey is Relic 9. All my GLs are Relic 9. Like I said, Rey focused today, so let's go over with the mods first on how to get her up and running with those mods. So her mastery, if you click here on her relic thing here, you know, her mastery is health, physical damage, crit damage. So with Rey, you want to have a lot of health and a lot of offense. Those are the really two big stats that you really want to focus with Rey, just that health and offense. And it's very ironic too because Rey is the fastest GL in the entire game, and she's even faster than Kylo. She's faster than Lord Vader, she's faster than Leia, she's faster than JMK, she's faster than all these other GLs, right? And like, to prove to you, I have my Kylo here at 573. I'll give Kylo my best speed mods, which is on Cat, and he will be 595, right, if I were to do that. Now let's go back to Rey, and if I do the same thing to Rey, I'll give her my best speed mods, and she's 600. So I could literally have a 600 speed Rey on my roster if I wanted to right now, but that's not how we don't want to mod Rey like that. Like I said, more offense and more health. Because the longer she survives and the harder she hits, it makes her ridiculously hard to kill, especially with her whirlwind attacks too. Like, this thing here is absolutely insane. It's like basically insta-kill. Anybody defeated by it can't be evaded, it can't be countered or anything like that. This is one of the most broken moves in the entire game, the Sudden Whirlwind. But let's go back to the modding, how I was saying before. So my Rey is 212k health with 511 speed. Now, like I said, speed is not really necessary on a character like this when they have a lot more health and offensive mastery that's going on. You don't really need a bunch of speed on Rey. Even though she's the fastest GL in the game, you don't need a lot of speed on Rey. You want to utilize a lot of health and you want to utilize a lot of damage. See here, I have 12,000 0.1k damage on Ray, and then I have 212k health on Ray as well. And you see the speed is 511. I'd say the threshold for Ray's speed should be at least 510 to 530 speed. That's like the perfect threshold for Ray, because she does not need to be ridiculously fast. However, you don't want her to be ridiculously slow either. So I would say just above 500, just like 510 to 530 is my recommended speeds for Ray. Like I said, utilizing that health and utilizing that damage output. Now, you want to have health offense sets on Ray. Let me just take a quick look here. You see how I have offense primary on the arrow, and then I have a percent health here, secondaries. I really wish this protection was, this could have been really nice if it was base health or base offense there. But you know what I mean, just utilizing health and offense. And then her triangle, I have some speed, 16, not too bad. I have percent secondaries offense here too. So like I said, utilizing the health and offense, and then the cross, I have 24 speed here. This is a really good mod. Like, I have the speed, I have the percent offense, and then I have the health secondary, and then I have the health percent primary here. And then her circle, yet again, another good mod. I have the 26 speed here, the percent health primary, and then percent offense secondary right there. Let's go to the triangle. Triangle is always going to be defense percent primary, so we don't have to worry about that. I have 18 speed here. That's 7.11% offense secondary. That is what we like to see. And then for the square, we have, it's always going to be offense primary too. And then I utilize some speed here, 21 here, secondary speed there. And then I have offense here, secondary, 121 offense there. And then I have a health over here. So people would mod their rays differently. I noticed some people, like, I used to have a speed arrow on here, right? To just give her a little bit more speed. Like right here, look at this right here. Like, I have this speed arrow, if you can see right here where my mouse is. I have this speed arrow that gives not obviously more speed. I gives a lot more health too. That 5.62% health secondary and 741 in base health. So if I were to equip it on Ray, she would get more health. Now it goes up to 215k, a lot more speed, 535 speed. But then look at how much damage that she decreases if I were to try to do a speed. You see, like right here. And also too, like, this doesn't match the set. It has to be offense and health. So remember that, matching sets. So if I actually wanted to match the set here, I go offense and then I go speed primary. Let's go back over to the arrow, and let's say okay, look at this for example. Right here, speed, right? It's offense. I equip it to Ray. Now we have the set again, 216k health, 535 speed. And then she loses like from 12.1 to 11.7. So that's like basically 400 offense she just lost for a gain of 24 speed and 4,000 health. Honestly, that is not worth it in my opinion. Like I said, you don't need to have your Ray really fast. For arrows, I would definitely recommend offense percent or health percent than speed, because speed is, yet again, not really necessary. So that's why I have my Ray just above, 500, the 510, the 530 threshold, 212k health, 12.1k damage. You don't have to worry about her crit damage, even though crit damage is part of her mastery kit. It's not about the crit damage. The offense, especially if you have high offense, that takes care of it. So that's basically how I have my Ray modded. You can go for a speed primary on the arrow if you don't have health percent or offense percent on the arrow, but those are the two recommended. Health or offense. Speed is just if you're desperate, if you're not getting your Ray above 500 speed or something like that, if you're not pulling in good speed secondaries, then okay, yeah, maybe throw a speed on the arrow and then make sure it has good health and offense percent secondaries on that speed arrow. But yeah, so that's how Ray is basically modded. That's how I have her modded. I'm like a mid to high Kyber 2 player, so you know, take it from me if you want to understand how Ray really works. And then we can go over like quick Zeta guide too for her. The most important Zetas for her that you want to get is the leadership, right here. And then with the leadership grants the extra speed, the health, the max health, the mastery, ramping, the damage immunity. That's where it comes into and stuff like that. So her lead is very important. Then after that, her sudden whirlwind. This is, like I said, is a broken mechanic in the game. It is very deadly, extremely dangerous if you don't know what you're doing against Ray. So yeah, her leadership, her sudden whirlwind, and the lifeblood is really good too, granting it to an ally. You know, they gave more survivability. The damage that they receive is decreased. They deal more damage and stuff like that. So yeah, and then Galactic Legend is obviously important too, because, you know, extra health and protection per relic level on your GL. And then I would honestly say to save the basic for last. Yeah, so that's basically like the recommended Zeta, you know, order for Ray. If you're just about to get her, unlocking her, or want to, you know, her more about her kit, just get the leadership, sudden whirlwind, and lifeblood. Those are the most important three. And then like Galactic Legend is like fourth and stuff like that. Manifest Inspiration is fifth, and then save the basic for last. And then obviously, you know, once you get her ult, the ultimate ability, that's where things can also be really dangerous too, because, you know, when she's in ult, everybody on the team will only get hit for 1 damage. Nobody will die on the team and stuff like that. So yeah, Ray's a pretty broken character still to this game, defensive wise. Offensive, like I said earlier in the video, she's not really that great. But yeah, let's go over the team comps for Ray. So if you're just basically starting out and you just unlocked Ray, you have no idea what to use, what teams, what characters that you can put with Ray. Right here, this is the easiest tier for Ray. This is I call the basic Ray team. Ray, Jedi Training Ray, Resistance, Hero Finn, Hero Poe, and then Holdo. Holdo here is a good. She's nice here because she's a tank and she likes to taunt as well. If you give the lifeblood to Holdo, it makes her more harder to kill. Yeah, so this is like the basic normal Ray comp that you'll see maybe in like early GAC like Bronzium or Chromium or something like that. Someone just got Ray. This is probably something that you will see or go up against even in TW. This is just like I said, this is a basic Ray team. If you're just starting out and getting Ray, and this is the team that you're going to use, I would honestly suggest getting some good mods on your hero bros here, getting Hero Finn to 330 plus speed, and then Hero Poe here. Oh, sorry, Hero Finn to 330 plus speed, and then Hero Poe to at least 300 plus. I have him at 302 there. But yeah. They don't need to be high relic levels or anything like that. They're just keep them at relic 5. They're just there for they're good for where they're at. JTR's really good here for a basic Ray lineup too, because she likes to gain dodge and her mastery is dodge. So if you're not if you're not killing JTR in a certain amount of time, she'll just immediately keep dodging all your hits, all your attacks, and then it makes her annoying to kill as well on the Ray team. And then yeah, so if you're going up against a basic Ray team like this, try to kill Ray and Jedi Training Ray as fast as possible, because Jedi Training Ray can be especially very annoying with the healing immunity, the buff dispels, and then her mastery on the dodging, because it can be definitely really annoying, even if you're using Star Killer against it. So if you've had Ray for a while and you're going for Ben, this is a more of an advanced Ray team with Ben, Ray, Ben, Hero Bros, and then Holdo. Ben elevates is basically, yes, the lifter for Ray. Long story short, everybody knows this. If you're very GAC, if you're heavily into GAC, I would recommend maybe getting all of his, Omnicrons as well. Because his Omnicrons really help out and makes it much harder to kill Ray in Grand Arena. He has the Forest Dyad, the Redeemed, and Obscured Omnicrons. So the Obscured, is, what it does is it will inflict healing immunity, and which, the healing immunity that can't be dispelled or copied or anything like that for 4 turns. So healing for immunity for 4 turns is like what really could like really severely hurt maybe a specific counter or something like that, a Star Killer or anything like that. The Redeemed is also nice too. Ben Solo's attacks ignore protection, so basically any attack he does, it'll just go straight for health, and it's literally self-explanatory. It just ignores all protection. Forest Dyad too. So basically, this is another kind of a cheese that happens in the Ray team too. If you go up against Ben on the team as well, where he revives with 51% health. If the enemy and their leader stop against their turn where Ben Solo defeated and Ben still has an active ally. So basically, let's say you're using Star Killer. This will happen a lot often. Like say you're using Star Killer and you're going up against Ray Ben team, and then if Ben is dead but Ray is alive or someone else on the team is alive, as soon as the leader on your team takes a turn, Ben will automatically keep coming back. He just keeps coming back and coming back until you kill everybody else on the team, and then basically save Ben for last. That's how it really works. It can be different and vary on different instances and situations too, depending on the team that you're using to try to kill Ray Ben. Anyways, it's like that's the unique thing about Ben, is like Ben is always unpredictable, especially if you have his Omnicrons, and especially if they're well modded, especially what kind of team comp you're going up against with the Ray Ben team. So Ben is just very unpredictable. Like, but he just keeps coming back and stuff like that. He'll inflict someone with healing immunity. He'll do his AoE buff dispel, and then all that stuff. Like, that's why, like, honestly, like, Ben really is such a great character and really lifts the Ray team. But yeah, so if you have Ray already, go for Ben. That's like the more advanced Ray team. And then an even better Ray team is Ray Ben, Baby Cal, Jedi Training Ray, and Sorty, right? Now, what this team does is, if you have Baby Cal here, he likes to grant a lot more max health and tenacity, especially right here in his I'm Persistent unique. At the start of the battle, all on-the-line force users gain 30% max health and tenacity. And then he has this mechanic too, where every time an ally is being hit, every time an ally gets critically hit, they and Cal recover health and protection. If the ally is also a light or dark side unaligned force user, they and Cal gain protection up 10% stacking for 2 turns. So that basically means if you're critting a lot, let's say if you're using Kylo, if you're still using Starkiller, or anything that's like utilizing critical hits, if Cal is on the team, every time somebody on the Ray Ben Cal team will get critically hit, they'll gain max health and protection over time for 2 turns. I've seen it happen before too. That's why Baby Cal is really good here too, because he just overall, long story short, increases the survivability of the Ray team, right? And he also has that nice help me BD one special here where he dispels debuffs on a target ally, health recovery. If the target ally is full health and full protection, they gain crit immunity for 2 turns and stuff like that. So yeah, Baby Cal is just a really nice support character for the Ray team. He has the extra max health, that tenacity, the cleanses. He has the protection and health and protection recovery and stuff like that. So yeah, and then Sorty here. Sorty can make this really annoying too, especially with her VIP treatment unique. At the start of the battle, the weakest other ally gains VIP. So whenever the VIP is damaged, they gain stealth for 2 turns. Sorty recovers 5% health and protection. So basically what that means is, let's say right here, right? So I start the battle, and basically since Baby Cal is the weakest ally on the team, because he's Relic 3 and all my other characters are higher relics, Baby Cal is going to be getting that VIP treatment, and he'll be going under stealth. And then if he's under stealth and you're trying to kill Baby Cal because he's granting all that protection and health recovery and the cleanses and stuff like that, it's going to make it much harder to kill and focus him down, because Sorty is there with that VIP treatment. You know what I'm saying? So Sorty and Cal here is just a really great combo with this team, much more advanced than just Ray Ben alone. And then, like obviously I said, JTR here for the dodges and the mastery. Like this team could be extremely dangerous if you have no idea who to go for and to kill first. And like I said with JTR, if you're not killing her within a certain amount of time, so just keep dodging all of your attacks, because that's her mastery because of Ray. So like it's just a lot of weird stuff and a lot of annoying stuff happening if you're going up against a Ray team like this. Now let's go over to another Ray team that could be really like just beyond like just this Ray team is I have no words for this Ray team. If you have Ezra Bridger Exile on your roster and you don't have GL Ahsoka Tano, please do this. If you have Ezra and you don't have GL Ahsoka, use Ezra here with Ray, because I'm telling you right now, not only he has the Mace Windu mechanic where the resilient defense where he taunts, but he prevents attacking out of turn, which completely shuts down the Starkiller counter. If you go up against a Ray and Ezra's there, do not even bother using Starkiller. It's not going to work. I'm telling you, like 1 out of 10 times, maybe if you get really good RNG, maybe it could work with Starkiller, but 9 out of 10 times it's not working. It's really not working, because like I said, Ezra here is like the craziest support character for Ray. The absolute craziest. Especially with his Omnicrons and GAC, and then his kits alone. This right here, Kanan's legacy, like oh my god, like I have no words for this character. He's just this character is just so good. All allies recover 40% health and protection. Right? He has that really nice heal for the whole team. And then he'll mostly like if you go up against a team that has Ezra there, he'll probably do the Kanan Legacy on Ray, because I've seen it happen too, where he'll do it and then he'll just put it on Ray, and then all of a sudden Ray gains all her health back, and then she gains defensive up, she gains protection up, she gains all these buffs and stuff like that. Like this, it's just so much going on with this character. It's unbelievable. Like as soon as this character dropped and people started putting Ezra with Ray, like things just completely changed. Daring Advice too. If you have the Omnicron on Daring Advice, he inflicts buff immunity and healing immunity and offensive down, which can't be dispelled or resisted. So just like I was talking about with Ben, how he has if you have his obscured Omnicron on Ben, where he inflicts the healing immunity that can't be dispelled, Ezra does the same thing, but he does it even better. He does the healing immunity and buff immunity and offensive down. And if he does this move and you have the Omnicron, he reduces the cooldown of Daring Advance. It's just a lot happening here. A lot happening here with this character. And then he also has a cooldown manipulation right here too. Light side allies can't have their cooldowns manipulated by enemies. I also said that he prevents attacking out of turn. And then he has this special thing in his kit called Exile, right? If Ezra has Exile, and by the time he has 50 stacks of Ezreal, he inflicts it on the enemy team, and if the enemy team has Exile, they can't attack, can't gain buffs. Like, it's like I said, it's a long story short. If you have Ezreal and you don't have Ahsoka, please put Ezreal on your Ray team. And then I have Enfys here too, because she currently has a Datacron going on with her. And then Enfys Nest here, every time she gets hit, she gets protection up, stacking. So basically, in order to really kill Enfys on this team, you have to hit her under protection, or you have to use a certain team that prevents revives, like Seer Malicos, for example. Not a lot of counters for this team. And if you guys are wondering for the Enfys Nestcron, here it is. So there's a lot more health and tenacity and stuff like that, which helps out a lot on the Ray team here too. The evasion level 6 here. Like I said, it's just a lot of stuff happening if you have Ezra on the Ray team, and if you have Enfys Nest with her Datacron. This is a much more advanced team. And then the final team that I want to go over and talk with you guys about before we end the video is Ray, Ben, Ezra, Sana. This, like I said, I already explained everything here, but if you have Sana Staros on the team, and if you have her Datacron with the Ray team right here, all allies gain 100% max health, 50% max protection. It grants another 25 speed, defensive up. Whenever Sana Staros gains turn meter, all allies gain 25% offense, stacking for 3 turns. Like, so she basically grants an extra 100. She grants 100% max health. She's granting all this extra max health, protection, speed, defensive up, offensive stacking. Like, I put this on my last Grand Arena and it's gotten holds. If you guys want to see here, my defense. This team is dangerous. If you don't know how to take on this team, you've already lost the Grand Arena. Even in TW, but more so deadly in Grand Arena because of the active Omicrons here. But if you have Sana here with Ezra, Baby Cal, Ben, and Ray, and you have really good mods of them, like for example, I already showed you my mods on Ray. And then look at the Datacron adding all that extra health. Now she's 257k, a lot more crit damage, more offense. And then right here I have good mods on Ben too. He's over 300 speed, a lot more crit damage, more offense, and stuff like that. I'm telling you, man. Long story short, this is the best Ray team to have. Ray, Ben, Baby Cal, Ezra, and Sana Staros, if you have the Sana Staros Datacron. And yeah. So basically, I know that was a lot to take in and handle. Honestly, I'm out of breath at this point talking about Ray and all the stuff that she does and the different kind of team comps and all the stuff that you can do with Ray. But yeah, I know this was a long video, but long story short, if you're someone that's going for Ray, put her on defense. If you already have Ray and you don't have Ben, go for Ben solo. If you are more an advanced player and have Ray and Ben, try putting Baby Cal here and Sorty here. If you're an expert at the game and you really know what you're doing, you can do the Ezra Nest combo here. And then if you're like basically endgame like me and you want the best, absolute best, nastiest Ray team as of right now, only because of the Sana Datacron, this right here is the best Ray team in the entire game right now, and it gets a lot of holds. The only way to honestly beat this is if you have Kylo and Darkside Ray. I don't even know if maybe Leia could. I'm not too sure if Leia beats this or not. I don't know if Lord Vader and the new Darkside clones beat this either. I've never seen that before. But yeah, this is the best Ray team in the game. If you have it, put it on defense. Don't sleep on it. But other than that, we are done talking about Ray. We're done talking about Ray. Long video. Long story short, if you want Ray, mod her, offense, a lot of offense, health, some speed, get Ben, Baby Cal, Ezra, Sorty, all these other things with Ray. Yeah. And you'll always see Ray all the time on defense, no matter what. She's always on defense. Never use her on offense. Never use her on offense. Long story short. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching and thanks for sticking around if you did. And I will definitely see y'all in the next GL guide. I'm Insidious, and as always, thanks for watching. Peace, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.